Well, it all started off on a restrictor plate track at Daytona. Then we've since been on a 1 mile track, four short tracks, a mile and a half, an intermediate track at Darlington, and another plate track at Talladega. But now we go, but now here today we are here now here today on stop number 10 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. We are ready to go road racing for the first time as we're at Sonoma, California at Sonoma Raceway. It's the running of the FRAM Autolite 300K on this twisty, turning 2.52 mile road course. Not many straightaways in sight because there's hardly any. Just a lot of twists and turns and up and down elevations, and basically a track that will wear your mind out pretty much. Both your legs, and the ones that works the gas pedal and the clutch and the brake pedal will be worn out, and also this course will wear out your shifting glove as well too, because you shift about 10 to 15 times depending on the driver on this track. In other words, Sonoma is a ball of fun, I guess. Depends on what you call it. And they're going to do all that in 17 laps. And here's your starting lineup. On the pole, it is Kyle Matthews in car 42, the winner this season at Rockingham. Alongside of him is Jessica Shelton, the queen of the road, in car number 9, the Coors Melling Ford. Row 2 is car 25, Colin Cropley, and alongside of him, number 17, Raphael LeDuc in the Western Auto Chevrolet. Row 3 has car 55, Chris Darton, and number 1, Trent Dunham alongside. Fourth row has the Dylans, Dylan Young in number 2, and Dylan Poteet in 94. Next row down is Seth Cole in 52, and and this man considers Sonoma his home track. Well, that in California Speedway. Charles Sanford, the Big Apple Markets Chevrolet, car number 71. Row 6 has car 28, Keith Batson, and the Texaco Haviland Ford, and number 15, Quentin Moore, who's won on a road course before. He's won at Sonoma. Or he's won at Watkins Glen, excuse me. He's never won at Sonoma. Yeah, I think he's also won Riverside, too. I'm not sure. But anyway, next row down is car 24, Phil Parker, and the Daytona 500 champion, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet. Next row down is Laura Chung in 75 and 22, the winner at Richmond, Mitchell Hodak, in the Maxwell House Ford. Next row down is Caleb Fogler in number 90, and number 26, Joshua Osborne, the Quaker State Buick. Osborne winner this season at North Wilkesboro. Next row is number 6, Cody McGurk, the Folgers Ford, and number 27, Daniel Voiles in the Rob Moroso Memorial Oldsmobile. Next row down is number 11, Kat Basson, the Boazer Ford, car number 11. She won at Talladega, the last race in the Tour. She's alongside number 12, Ryan George, who was the pole sitter at Atlanta in that race. Speaking of Atlanta, that's where Noah Sewell won at this season. He's in the Snickers Buick, car number 8. He's starting on the inside of the next row down, and inside him will be the winner at Martinsville, Tori Gossett, in car 21, a Citgo Ford. Next row down is number 66, Eric Monaco, the Phillips 66 Trop Arctic Pontiac, and number 7, it is Aubrey Scott in the Hooters Ford. Next row down is number 20, Rob Evans in his Oldsmobile. He's alongside number 43, Mike Becker, the STP Pontiac, car number 43. Next row is number 19, Jackson Haywood, and number 98, Matt McIntyre. And it's number 49, Richie Fogelman, standing alongside number 18, Ryan Brommer, in a Navy Chevrolet. Next row down is as Austin Reed, number 5, the Tide Chevrolet, is alongside number 30, Zachary Fitzwater, in the Pennzoil Pontiac. Next row down is number 73, Carson Gum, who won a season at Darlington. He's alongside number 10, that is Alexander Rowe. Next row down is number 68, Ben Cohen, and number 4, William Brock, and starting shotgun is Nathan Ormond in car 33, the Skull Bandit Oldsmobile. That's your starting lineup for this race here today. We have had 9 different winners in the first 9 races of the season. Kyle Matthews and Colin Cropley, 2 of the drivers in the top, starting in the top 10, looking to become the first drivers to win 2 this season, to win their second race of the season, while 8 of the drivers in the top 10 looking to win their first race of the season and keep the streak alive at 10 for 10. Could it happen today? Well, we'll find out in 17 laps, and here comes the command to fire the engines for the FRAM Autolite 300K at Sonoma, California.
Drivers, start those engines!
The thunder of 39 cars comes to life at Sonoma Raceway in Sonoma, California. Pace car leads the field around for the pace lap. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace car on the pit road right now as we're about to get set for green flag racing here on this racetrack here as they come through one of the two hairpin corners. Turn 11 and turn 7 is the other hairpin on this track at Sonoma. Now, usually on restarts, you'll see a standing start that will happen at this track here by accident, of course. Green flags with the fly here, and let's go road racing here at Sonoma. Side by side between the 42 and the 9 cars, and Kyle Matthews jumps out in front in car 42, the mellow yellow Pontiac. Jessica Shelton second position right now. Third is Colin Cropley. Fourth is Raphael Leduc, and Trent Dunham right now runs in fifth position as they come over the hill into turn number 6. And about to head into one of the two hairpin turns we mentioned here. Kyle Matthews has a rather substantial lead right now coming in, but Shelton now driving it hard in turn number 7 now. And going through there at about 46 miles an hour through the second and first gear on that corner. We'll have in-car cameras inside both Kyle Matthews and Jessica Shelton's cars, as well as the car of Dylan Young. Those will be the 3 in-car cameras in today's race. And heading into turn number 11 right there on this course here. Matthews leads him down to the turn here. Shelton slips a little bit going into turn number 11 there. As now Colin Cropley goes inside, tries to get past Jessica. Jessica floors the throttle on her Ford and says, "No way, Colin." And Kyle Matthews leads the first lap of this race here. First lap tied at 87.6 miles an hour. Lap speeds here about the same as we saw in Martinsville, about around a little over 90 miles an hour on a track like this. Riding on board with Dylan Young in car number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac. And Raphael Leduc is off the course a little bit right there. That's going to cost him a few spots right there. He was running in 4th position. It's going to let Trent Dunham take 4th position away. Dylan Young driving that car through turn number 6 here, down about 85 miles an hour around the carousel. 3rd gear on this corner right here, on this part of the track here. Puts in the 4th gear only briefly because here he comes into turn number 7. Goes up in the back of Raphael Leduc's car. Up in the 1st gear through at about 43 miles an hour goes Dylan Young. Through the S as they go right here, 2nd gear. And Dylan shoves up in the 3rd gear now at 100 here, back in the 4th gear now at about 130 miles an hour. And through turn number 10. Here he comes, oh baby, here he comes, turn number 11. And down to 36 miles an hour in the middle in 1st gear in turn number 11 here. So I kind of figured they were getting down to under 40 miles an hour on that part of the course there as Young right now runs in 8th position. Heading into turn number 1 here, it's still Kyle Matthews leading the race with Jessica Shelton 2nd and Colin Cropley remaining in 3rd spot. Excuse me. Dylan Young right now in a battle with Charles Sanford for position here. Charles running right now in 9th position, and 10th right now is Seth Cole, as he's trying to hold off I should say, Quentin Moore in the 15 car, and the 28 of Keith Batson watching all this as well too, as he is in a battle as he's A little bit of track between him and Quentin Moore in the 15 car right there, and also a little bit of track between him and the 3 of Cole Deaver, who is in 13th position right now in the GM Goodrich Chevrolet. Here comes Quentin to the low side of Seth Cole, not quite enough to take position away. Quentin does not consider himself a road racer at all by any stretch of the imagination. Yet, as I mentioned, he won Watkins Glen one time, and I think he's won Riverside before as well, but I may not be sure about that. And here comes Quentin, drives it hard on Seth Cole. He just gives Seth a bumper. I mean, Quentin's like, "Hello, Seth. Just let you know I'm here in case you're dozing off." Boy, Quentin Moore drove that car hard in turn number 11. I don't know what that was all about between him and Seth, and it works out for Quentin Moore, and he just takes the 11th position. He just takes 10th position away. And Seth Cole, I don't know if there's something wrong with that car or not, though, but yes, Seth just overbroke that car, it. That is in hitting the brakes, of course. He was a little bit too hard on the brakes right there, allowing him to slow just enough to let Quentin Moore give him the bumper and just absolutely just knock the fire out of Seth going in turn number 11. That's road course racing, of course, much like he run short track racing, of course, like we did at Richmond, Bristol, Martinsville, and North Wilkesboro this season. As you jump on board with the queen of the road, Jessica Shelton, in car number 9. Through turn number 7, she goes her down at about 44 miles an hour through that corner right there. And we saw how Dylan Young drives that track. Let's take a look. Let's take a ride with Jessica on this track. Gear, 131 miles an hour for Shelton going into turn number 10, down about 97 miles an hour. And she's in fourth gear, and now here she comes through turn number 11 and tries to outbrake Kyle Matthews going into that corner here. And down about 36 miles an hour in first gear for Jessica, just like we saw with Dylan a little bit earlier. Second gear, up in the third gear now. And problems. I heard a little scraping going on there on the front stretch. And it's the 73 of Carson Gum and the 7 of Aubrey Scott. Something has gone awry on that that point of the track right there. Tori Gossett, I think she's got problems as well too in the 21 car. And Tori making an unscheduled pit stop here, 4 tires and fuel, and then 35 miles an hour on pit road under green flag conditions. That is a killer for anybody here at Sonoma. Aubrey Scott, he's out of the race here, and also Carson Gum. I'm not sure. Yeah, Carson Gum's going to continue on. Take a look as to what happened between the 73 and the 7 cars right there. There you see the 7 of Aubrey Scott. I don't know if he had something wrong. Yeah, he had something go wrong with his car, or something broke on the 7 machine, and then that just let Carson Gum just absolutely just turn him around right there into turn number 10, and around they go, and then Carson backs into the wall, and that let the 7 and 73 cars both slide into the wall right there and off the course right there. It was a gearbox failure for the 7 car of Aubrey Scott, so that's knocked him out of the race here. While the 73 of Carson Gum, he's still on the racetrack here, and Tori Gossett, she is a lap, actually she's tailing the lead lap there, but 52 seconds behind the leaders, of course, with that unscheduled stop she made. And your best bet right now at this point, where there's a caution flag right there, or hope that everybody else has problems when you're that far back. But right now, Kyle Matthews nor Jessica Shelton showing any problems right now. That 42 and the 9 cars were there as we're working lap 6 here at Sonoma Raceway. As Matthews goes through turn number 5 right there, up the hill and down the hill both as well too. Back inside with Jessica Shelton in car number 9. gives you an idea of listening to the in-car camera inside that car right there on any car. Gives you an idea of the workout the engines give it there. And that's another thing I mentioned about road course racing as well too. As you ride with Jessica Shelton, there is one thing I do mention about road course racing. There is 3 things. Road courses are obviously hard on, especially on a track like Sonoma. This track is hard on brakes, it's hard on engines, and it's also hard on transmissions as well too. As in all road course racing, of course, and no matter what you drive, stock car racing, Indy car racing, Formula One, or sports car racing for that fact as well too. That's the 3 common denominators when it comes to possible mechanical breakage on a track, on any road course track. Here, you see Jessica going through turn 4, about 54 miles an hour second gear through that corner right there. It's one of the hardest corners on this track. Up and downhill she goes, 112 miles an hour into turn number 6. Keeping it close on Kyle Matthews right now in the 42 machine as Kyle makes it through turn number 7 right there. Jessica driving it in hard again right there. This is where she gets her runs going through turn 7. And now she's still staying on that back bumper of that number 42 machine. She wants to get around him. You can tell she wants to take the lead away from that 42 machine. Trent Dunham running in 4th position. 5th is Dylan Poteet in car 94. Chris Dallerton in 6th position. 7th is Raphael LeDuc. 8th is Dylan Young. Charles Sanford running in 9th position. And Quentin Moore currently in 10th in car number 15. Seth Cohen, 11th position right now. 12th is Keith Batson. 13th is Cole Beaver. 14th is Phil Parker. Caleb Fogler running 15th. 16th right now is Laura Chung. Mitchell Hodak, 17th. Kat Batson, 18th. 19th is Noah Sill. And Joshua Osborne, winner of this race in season 34, is now running season 33, excuse me. He went winless in season 34. But season 33 winner of this track here, Joshua currently runs right now in 20th position. Rob Evans 21st, and it's Eric Monaco, Daniel Boyles, Ryan George, and Mike Becker, the top 25. Then it's Jackson Haywood, Reggie Vogelman, Ryan Brommer, Matt McIntyre, and Austin Reed. The top 30 right now, 31st on down, is Alexander Rowe, Zachary Fitzwater, Ben Cohen, William Brock, Nathan Ormond is 35th, and Carson Gum and Tori Gossett. And Cody McGurk, something went wrong in his 6th car, and he's made an unscheduled stop himself too. And he is a minute and 12. He's nearly a minute and 13 seconds back of the leaders here. That's almost getting lapped here. Sonoma laps here on this track are taking about a minute and a half to get around. At least it's this version of the track, at least. But McGurk, just like we saw earlier with Tori Gossett, though, apparently he had to make an unscheduled stop as well too. That's what it looks like on the racetrack right now. It's Kyle Matthews. He's led the most laps so far. He's if he leads this lap, he'll lead the most laps here. He has led 8 so far in this race here. From the pole position, Jessica Shelton not letting him get far ahead. In 2nd place in car number 9, she is sliding all the way, trying to get around, trying to catch up that 42 car of Kyle Matthews. Interval about a half a second difference between those 2 cars here, maybe a little bit more. Heading into turn number 7 there, Matthews comes in that corner. Shelton drives it in hard once again in turn number 7 here. Keeping it very close there. She jumped back inside with Jessica Shelton. Matthews slides up a little bit here. Here comes Jessica to the low, trying to close up. Heading into turn number 10. There you see the margin net time by right there for those two cars, 51 hundredths of a second there. Jessica closed up big time, but lost a little bit of time going through turn number 11 there. Turn 11, to be fair, is a very difficult turn to maneuver Sonoma. That and turn 7 both. Check and see where everybody is at on the track here. On the track right now here. All cars at 90 miles an hour in the top 10 positions here, except for Charles Sanford, whose lap was 89.9. Speaking of fastest laps of the race there, so far Dylan Poteet holds the fastest lap of the race so far at 90.806 miles an hour, almost 91 miles an hour around this track. Going through turn number 7 they go right there. Rear bumper cam there from Kyle Matthews' machine, the number 42 Mellow Yellow Pontiac. Mentioned he, Shelton, and Dylan Young all have in-car cameras in today's race. Saw nothing but tire barriers as in that rear bumper cam shot. Going to turn number 11, now to turn 12 they go. We have never done a rear bumper cam at Sonoma. This is a very interesting shot. Take a little lap around for that rear bumper cam shot. What do you say, guys? Let's do this. Here they go through turn 6 right now. Kyle playing with Carl just a little bit, going through turn number 6, coming out that corner. You see part of the multi-purpose facility they do have at Sonoma. This track has a driving school. This road course right here, also a driving school and a drag strip, which plays host to one of the NHRA national events in drag racing. Usually around late July is when they hold the races in drag racing. Imagine if you have NASCAR cars doing drag racing. Imagine that. But Matthews now brings it through turn number 11 right there as Shelton closes up again once again right there. The margin was 1.14 the last time by. In the second gear, third gear. And Jessica closed it up big time that time, 79 hundredths of a second between the front two cars, between those two drivers. And there's the in-car shot from Kyle's machine. There's the view from the rest of the top 10 right now. See if anything's changed over there. Seth Cole trying to close up on the back of Quentin Moore's car. The 52 and 15 machines right there. Quentin in 10th position. Seth wants 10th. Dylan Young went to the inside there, thinking we thought something may be wrong with that number 2 car, but trying to break the draft between him, Charles Sanford, and also with Rafael Duke, and now Cole Deaver. Close up to the back of that 28 car of Keith Batson. Batson running in 12th position. Deaver in the 3 running in 13th. And here comes Cole's going to floor that throttle on that Chevrolet to the back end of that Ford. So it looks like a Talladega draft right there. Deaver to the outside. Now tries inside now. As they head into turn number 11, Batson goes in. Now so does Deaver. And oh, Deaver almost lost it. And now Deaver regroups and tries it again right there on that 28 car once again right there, but that cost Deaver a whole bunch of time right there. And you saw the lap kind of indicated that they're a little over 89 miles an hour for that 3 car. We've seen 90 out of a lot of the cars right here today. There's Ryan George and Mike Becker going at it right there. There's the rest of the field. Heading into turn number 2, there they are. There's Orman and Ben Cohen. Carson Gunn back there. There's Tori Gossett. They're straggling along that 21 car, and straggling even further back is that 6 car of Cody McGurk. And he is currently almost a minute and 21 behind the leaders right now. So Cody McGurk this day is pretty much. So yeah, the mid-race pit stops have pretty much ruined the 6 and the 21 cars today. Pretty much just ruined their day, pretty much. Back to the leaders, and it is tight between those 2 cars again. They're the 42 and the 9. Shelton again slips up in a little bit in turn number 11. Now Colin Cropley closes up to the back of that number 9 car now. Didn't cost Jessica all that much time though. 57 hundredths of a second. Between the front 2 cars, we have 4 to go. Shelton trying to extend that streak to 10 winners in 10 races here. Kyle Matthews and Colin Cropley both looking to end the streak at 9. Matthews won at Rockingham this season. Cropley won at Bristol. Heading up the hill, up and downhill, they both go right there through turns 9 and 10, or I should say not 9 and 10, turns 5 and 6, excuse me. Down through the turn 6, the carousel portion of the course. Matthews again opens up his lead right there. There's Dunham, there's Poteet, that's 4th and 5th right now. Poteet, another driver, quietly having a good season so far. The number 94 car, he finished 2nd the Cropley at Bristol in the Food City 500. And we'll be heading back there a little bit later on in the season for race number 22 of the season, the Busch 500 night race. Dunham slips up to the high side a little bit. Poteet tries to close up here. A pair of Oldsmobiles going at it for position. That's for 4th. Coming down now for 3 laps remaining here at Sonoma in this 17-lap event. And Matthews opened his lead up again, that time by 74 hundredths of a second. And they're not far away from Cody McGurk though here. McGurk is now, well, Matthews is going through turns 3 and 3A right now. McGurk, meantime, is going through turn number 5. So Matthews not far away from catching up to that 6 car here a little bit here as they go through up turn number 4 into turn number 5. Coming off corner number 6, the carousel portion of that course right there, averaging almost 90 miles an hour here at Sonoma Raceway. Let's take a look at how all the cars go through turn number 7. Shelton closed up a little bit right there. There goes Dunham and Poteet. Here comes Dollarton. Him and LeDuc. Dylan Young, Sanford, Seth Cole. He's gotten back past the 15 of Quentin Moore, and the rest of the cars are going through the single file. Joshua Osborne closed up with the back of the 8 car of Noah Sewell. Ryan George is over there. There's Mike Becker, Reggie Fogelman, Jackson Haywood, Matt McIntyre, Austin Reed, Brommer, Fetzwater, Rowe, Brock, and Orman and Cohen in that mix. Boy, Kyle Matthews flooring the throttle in that Pontiac right there. He has now upped his lead to almost a second now. 85 hundredths of a second there. Does Jessica Shelton have one more run at it? That's the question right there. Trying to get back by that 42 car. There is Seth Cole, car number 52, running right now in 10th position. Quentin Moore in there as well, too. There's the insight from Dylan Young's perspective. 8 positions where he's at right now. And number 2 Miller Genuine Draft, Pontiac. Going through turn number 7 there, Matthews seeing his lead disappear just a little bit there. Shelton trying to close up here as they come down through turn number. The S is right there. It's turns 8. Here comes 8A right there. Through turn number 9. Jessica going for one more run out of here, trying to get her first victory of the season. Matthews looking for a second. Heading into turn number 10 there, Shelton's right there, and she slips a little bit into turn number 11 again. And she was way high that time. That may have just sealed Jessica's fate right there as the white flag waves. 1 to go for Kyle Matthews. He has here as he tries to hold them all up there, providing him nothing goes wrong with that for number 42 machine. But now Shelton again trying for another run. 84 hundredths of a second the last time by. Matthews knows one slip and Shelton's by him. That's the thing with road course racing as well too. That's the thing about road course racing as well too. It takes a lot of finesse to drive one of these drive anything around a road course, I should say. No matter what course you're at here in this whole continent of Earth. Shelton trying for a different line right there, but she is dropping back big time right there, going into turn number 7. She doesn't have that quite a run that time by here. Matthews knows is all downhill. You saw Cody McGurk just up ahead in the 6th car, the last car on the lead lap. Looks like he will not be a factor in this finish, of course, too. So he'll see the white flag as the last driver on the lead lap. But Kyle Matthews, the number 42, Melly Yellow Pontiac, rounds through turn number 10. Has one more turn left to go. And you're looking at the first repeat winner of season 35 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series, rounding off turn number 11. And checker flag waits for car 42. Kyle Matthews wins the FRAM Autolite 300K at Sonoma. A dominating performance from the pole to the podium, from the pole to the winner's circle at Sonoma, California. Kyle Matthews, the number 42 Melly Yellow Pontiac, goes to victory lane. Jessica Shelton comes home 2nd. 3rd will go to Colin Cropley. 4th to Trent Dunham. And 5th will go to Dylan Poteet. 6th to Chris Dollerton. Then Raphael Duke, Dylan Young, Charles Sanford, and Seth Cole, the top 10. Averaging 89.976 miles an hour. As the proud Buckeye from the state of Ohio has done it here today. Wait until everybody comes across the start-finish line to finish the race here. Quentin Moore finishes in 11th position. 12th will go to Keith Batson. 13th, Cole Deaver. 14th will go to Phil Parker. Then Caleb Fogler, Laura Chung, Mitchell Hodak, Noah Sewell, Kat Batson, and Joshua Osborne, the top 20. Then it's Rob Evans, Daniel Boyles, Eric Monaco, Ryan George, Mike Becker, Richie Fogelman, Jackson Haywood, Matt McIntyre, Austin Reed, Ryan Brommer, the top 30. Then it's Zachary Fitzwater, Alexander Rowe, William Brock, Ben Cohen, Nathan Orman, Carson Gunn, Tori Gossett, and Cody McGurk, all the cars that finished on the lead lap in today's event. And the only car, of course, that finished out of the race was Aubrey Scott, who had a gearbox failure that knocked him out. That knocked him out of the race here. So that would do it here today in Sonoma, California. Here, you're looking at the first repeat winner of the season. Kyle Matthews wins the FRAM Autolite 300K at Sonoma. They're breaking the streak of 9 winners in the first 9 races of the season. 9 out of 10 is not bad to start the season off, though, however. And we'll be heading to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the All-Star race, the Winston All-Star race here at Sonoma. Those who have not won yet this season there, of course, they still have one more shot to qualify for the Winston, however. And that's trying to be one of the top 5 finishers in the Winston Open, the last chance qualifier before to get into the All-Star event. So that will do here today at Sonoma for now. As if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA that Seth Cole desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Store Sell Cup Series, the main series on his channel. And if you want in on future seasons of Seth's series, be sure to get with Seth and he'll get you going. Also, be sure to check out our other channel does NNSCRA offline. That channel being X867539858X. That's Dylan Young's channel, the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. And also check out the channel that he has collaborated with our race winner today, Kyle Matthews, as he and Kyle both do the channel We the Coasters. If you are a roller coaster / amusement park / roller coaster fan, then We the Coasters is a channel for you, and subscribe to that channel. Also subscribe to this channel you're watching here for some more cool stuff as well too. So that will do it here today at Sonoma. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. This has been a production of the NNSCRA celebrating 11 years of offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Winston All-Star Race.